Good afternoon, Virtual Village Hall. How are we doing? So I'm just making sure that I can see myself on the other screen, make sure the live is streaming nice and smoothly, and yeah, just going to wait for everyone to join in and tune in who's going to be joining us this afternoon. As we have, I'm going to be doing a meditation I've only done once before, actually. Meditation that was has been a bit of a favorite. It was one of those ones that I was just kind of scrolling through my my videos, my content, all that kind of stuff the other day, and it was one where somebody had messaged me directly, being very grateful for the meditation. So we'll be doing that again today. As yeah, it's a nice one, and it is, I think, going to be, well, it's a bit of a. I'm going to do it in 3 stages, and part of it's going to be involving a bit of physical movement in a way that will generate some heat in the body, some warmth in the body, which I understand a lot of us right now are pretty chilly. So if you're going to be sitting there doing a meditation, it's nice to be warm. It definitely helps. So I would definitely make sure that that is part of the experience today.
It's nice to be warm.
Oh, that is a terrible idea. Sorry. There we go. I can see myself on the computer now, but the audio is playing, which would no doubt be awful for you guys to experience hearing me twice. Once is definitely enough. Okay. So again, just going to leave it for a few minutes so everybody can join in. Everyone gets the notification and can see that there's a meditation to be joining in with. So as you tune in, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you may be, let us know where you are today. I'm out of London again. I'm back in the Basingstoke area. So at the moment, it's just grey cloud for me, and it's very, very cold. As you can see, I'm wearing multiple layers indoors because even that's not cutting it. It is freezing cold. But I am off to Portugal in the morning, so I'm going to be chasing a little bit of sun, a little bit of warmth, as I have definitely had enough of English winter. I know it's on its way out. I know it doesn't have much longer left, but I'm impatient, I want that sun now. I want the sun and the warmth. I want to be wearing my shorts and my Birkenstocks, Okay. So I can see a few more people are tuning in now. So again, as you tune in, drop a comment, say hello. It's good to see that people are engaging, people are watching, and that way, if there's going to be any questions, any feedback, I can make sure that we cover that before we go into the meditation, just to make sure everything is understood, basically. So the meditation today, it's going to be a bit of a 3-parter. We're going to do, I always like to sort of do it in stages. Now, in fact, so I teach a meditation course, and the course is structured in a way where you kind of start with different levels of meditation. So the first level is kind of the most accessible, kind of working on physical, the really top layer of ourselves. So that's really about physical awareness, body awareness, environment, sounds, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the top layer. The next layer down is sort of tuning into the breath and sort of tuning into more subtle feelings, our energy, really tapping into the fact that our breath is our life force. The breath controls our energy, and that we can alter and increase our energy or calm our energy purely using the breath. After that, then we start tapping into the mental layer of ourselves, kind of tapping into the emotional and the mental, and then beyond that, it's moving into the wisdom layer, intellectual, and then all the way down to kind of the soul, if you want to use that word, or I like to call it the point of experience, kind of that seat of your awareness that is at the center of all things, behind all things, that part of you that hears your thoughts, that listens to your thoughts, and that feels your feelings. Same part of you that is currently watching your waking life, the same part of you that watches your dreams. It's the single point of experience that observes everything, your whole experience, that part of you which is behind all things. And the way I teach meditation basically takes you through the layers. And so that's why you'll find whenever I do teach meditation, there's kind of always a bit of a format. There's always a bit of kind of a similar route. I like to first of all come into the physical. It's just the most accessible, and really gets us all straight into the immediate experience that we're all in. And then move into the breath, taking a step a step deeper, a step lower, and then beyond that, then the meditations can take a very different route depending on what we're trying to achieve with that meditation. As a meditation teacher, I have been taught in all styles of meditation, and I find that for me, Vipassana is the ultimate meditation. The only things with Vipassana is that it isn't really one that you can be guided through. It's very much like, this is how you do Vipassana meditation, off you go. So as a teacher, I can't really teach Vipassana on here, because then I would speak for about maybe 5 minutes if I could really push it. And then I'd just be sat here staring at my screen and not saying a word for the next hour or so, which I don't think it makes for very good content, really. So, but otherwise, the meditations that I teach I like to think of them as sort of training wheels. They take you step by step and guide you towards what I feel is the ultimate meditation, which is Vipassana. But today we're going to be doing, again, start the physical, move into a bit of breath. We're going to then do a practice that involves the central lock of the body. The central lock really works on the area of digestion. It's known as Uddiyana Bandha. The central lock is Uddiyana Bandha. And it really taps into our energy center that is right beneath our rib cage, so our sort of solar plexus area. And this is the Manipura chakra. If you know chakras, it's the Manipura. If you don't know your chakras, don't worry about it, not a problem. It's essentially a center of processing information. That's the best way I can it's an energy center, is sort of the translation of what a chakra is. But the way to think of it is, it's like you have several minds in different areas of your body. Each mind is a center for processing information, and the energy center that is, again, in the solar plexus, where the rib cage, just beneath the rib cage, sort of where the diaphragm is, this is the center of our fire, of our power, of our strength, of our anger, which is a beautiful, powerful energy when it's recognized, when it's understood, when it's utilized and expressed in a healthy way. Anger is a greatly misunderstood emotion. We definitely, in England, we don't allow ourselves to feel anger. It seems to be that, if someone gets angry, then they're in the wrong, almost. It's like you're not allowed to feel angry. But anger allows you to say no. Anger allows you to say, I don't like this, and I'm going to let this person know that I have a boundary here, and I'm going to put this boundary in place, and it can be done in a healthy way. It doesn't have to be confrontational. It just is done with a firm presence to say, look, I do not want that, and I do not want that energy. I do not want that behavior. I do not want to be treated this way. And that's an incredibly beautiful, powerful thing to be able to step into, So we're going to be doing a practice that taps into that area, taps into that energy, taps into the strength and the power that we all have. And after that, I will then take on a guided meditation that was taught to me by shamanic plants. So I have done extensive work with shamanism, plant medicines. And yeah, the meditation I'm going to share with you was taught to me by a plant, by an experience that I had with a plant. And it's for me, a beautiful meditation. I really think it's a beautiful message. And I'm very grateful that that message was shared with me and that I have the opportunity to share it on with others. So that is what we'll be doing today. So they're all simple enough practices. It's not going to be anything challenging, nothing that would really require too much explanation, really. I'm going to keep it nice and simple, nice and easy, because really it's that third and final part of the meditation that is the aim and the focus today more than anything. The first part, simple bit of breath awareness. The second part, that is going to be requiring you to, so with your abdominal stomach area, it's going to require that when you exhale, you pull your belly button in towards your spine and sort of up into the rib cage. So you exhale, squeeze in and lift up, inhale, release, breathe into the belly, exhale, squeeze in, pull up, and you just, you move your abdominals, your muscles, your stomach in this way with your breath, which is simple enough. But if that's something you've never really done before, it may be a little bit challenging. Maybe that the muscles don't have that mind-body connection. The strength isn't there. It's almost certainly will generate a bit of heat, a bit of warmth in the body, and especially in that area specifically. And it may, after doing that for a minute or two, it may be a bit sort of tiring, working your muscles in this way. But do what you can, see if you can push it a little bit, really feel. The idea is to really feel this area, to really feel this area of your body, to make it loud, which creates that mind-body connection, really makes that part of yourself powerful, really makes that part of yourself known, so that the energy center, the manipura, the center of your fire, the center of your anger, this energy can be understood and permitted and allowed and used rather than ignored. It's very easy to ignore ourselves, and that's not just our thoughts, that's not just our feelings, it's so much. So there's so much of ourselves that we can not listen to, that we can ignore and not pay attention to. And this practice will allow us to really, really connect to this part of ourselves. Beautiful. Okay, well, I've not seen any comments coming through, so I'm going to take it that everybody is happy and clear to get started. So if it's one of those practices, well, if you've heard me on here before, I always say that meditation is done sitting up. Meditation is done sitting up, not sitting against something, not sitting against the back of a chair, not sitting up against a wall, because it requires that engagement of the spine, that engagement of the body, that we hold ourselves actively but softly. That is how meditation should be done. It is possible to do this practice laying down. Laying down. You can lay on your back, which again, the way that I teach, that is a relaxation. It will not be a meditation. But if that is more, if this is a new sort of way of practicing to you, and if that's going to support you better in connecting to this new practice, then that will be the better way of stepping into this work. So I will speak to everybody as if they're sitting up, but by all means, if you want to do this laying down, then you are more than welcome to do so. Anyway, come to a comfortable sitting position. Tilt your pelvis forwards, lengthening through your spine, rolling your shoulder blades backwards, opening your chest, closing your eyes. Taking a moment to settle. Taking a moment to bring your focus, your awareness, gathering your concentration into yourself. Starting to move away from thoughts, away from thinking, as you come into your body, into feeling. Tuning into every feeling, every sensation that your body has to offer, as you bring yourself into the present moment, into your immediate experience. Getting out of your heads as you come into your hearts. Your heart center, where your lungs are. Breathe into your lungs. For now, natural breaths. Just tuning in to the natural breaths that are a reflection of your current internal state. How do you feel? Is your breath easy? Is it deep? Or is it a struggle? Is it shallow? Notice where you're breathing into and where you're breathing from. Feel your breath as it moves through your body. And as you tune in, as you settle, softening your body, your shoulders, softening your jaw. No thoughts need thinking about, and there is nowhere else to be. Taking control of your breath, breathing in deeper. Deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. Every inhale as deep as you can. Breathing into the bottom of your lungs, breathing into your belly. As you exhale, squeezing all the breath out of your body. Deeper breaths in and longer breaths out. Breathe into the whole of your being. Breathe into every cell in your body. Energize them. Bring the fresh energy in, squeezing the used energy out. And as you breathe, as you deepen your breath, observing the 4 parts to every breath. You breathe in, and then there's a pause. You exhale, and then a pause. Every pause, the slight suspension of your breathing. And so as you breathe deeply, take control of every part of your breath. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold the exhale for a count of 4. Samavriti pranayama, equal ratio breathing, the box breath. Fully focus on every part of your breath. Each part of your breath as long as the other. Make it manageable. Make it comfortable. Counting at a speed, at a pace that is comfortable for you. It doesn't need to be a challenge. There shouldn't be any struggle. Spending a few more moments with this breath. Using this practice to really center ourselves. And continuing with this breath work, we're now going to take our focus to the area of our abdominals, our stomach area. Continue breathing with the same breathing pattern. But now, when you exhale, squeeze your belly in and pull it up into your rib cage, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, the central lock. Hold that lock for a count of 4. And then as you inhale, release the lock, breathe into the belly, allow the belly to expand. Hold for a count of 4. And then again exhale, squeeze the belly in, empty the lungs, engage the lock. Hold for a count of 4. And continuing in this way. Using this breathing pattern, working with the central lock of the body, Uddiyana Bandha, and observing how this practice makes you feel, what it makes you feel. If you are someone that is more familiar with these practices, and you're also aware of the root lock, the Mula Bandha, then you are welcome to engage this lock as well as you exhale. The pelvic floor muscles. Again, as you exhale, squeezing in, lifting up, engaging root lock and central lock. And then again, as you inhale, breathing into, releasing, expanding. And again, 4 parts to this practice. The breath in, the hold of the breath out, and the hold of the breath. continuing with the practice, continuing with the breath, continuing to work with the locks. Continue with this for as long as you're comfortable doing, or welcome to stop at any point. As I share with you a message from Wachuma, the cactus. Be in this space. Be in your body. In every part of your anatomy, of your being. Be in this space and take it up. For within the whole of the universe, it is entirely yours. Be inside of yourself. And in this space, you decide what belongs. The rules, the ideas, the laws, the paradigms, everything that exists outside of you is not here. In this space, you choose what exists, what belongs. Let go of everything. Let go of every idea, every concept. Let go of concepts like space. And inside yourself, you are limitless. Let go of ideas such as time. And here, you are infinite. In this space, in your body, is your own universe. And in this universe, you are free. In this universe, you are the creator. You get to choose what exists, what belongs. You decide what stays and what goes. This is your power. This is your strength. Create inside of yourself a world for you. Create inside of yourself the things that you want. the things that you believe. And when you align yourself, when you do this work, when you have created your own world, your own reality, then eventually the outside world will reflect this too. You must first know that you already have it, that it is already there. And then it will come. So be free. Be powerful. Fill your universe. Take up all the space that is yours, that you deserve, because you do. You do deserve. And then just taking a few deep breaths, preparing to come out of the meditation. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back into the room. Super. Well, thank you all very much. For those of you who tuned in live, let me know how that experience was for you. For those of you tuning in later, hello, welcome, and again, thank you. I'm here with the Virtual Village Hall once a month, but there's also plenty of others offering many beautiful things on here. So keep tuning in, keep checking in. I want to thank you all very much and wish you a wonderful day, a pleasant week, a beautiful life, and hopefully I will see you soon. So take care.